Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be playing Katawa Shoujo again. Last time we left off, I believe, was about right here. So, according to the thing, I have an hour and 57 minutes on this game. Nice. So that's good. Anyway, let's continue. We should almost be done the first act, and I'm probably going to end it after that, unless it's really short, like 10 minutes, then I'll probably continue. But yeah, we'll see how long the act lasts for, because I heard it's about 2 hours, and we're almost 2 hours, so it's like, okay, maybe we're almost done. But anyway, the sound alarm swiftly out of the fitful slumber and into unpleasant wakefulness. I linger around the blanket for a few minutes, gathering energy to rise up while making excuses for why it happened. Honestly, I wouldn't mind staying up here for all day. Sure, school is surprisingly exhausting after a long pause, and the cultural shock is still not faded, I think. Still, despite getting an impression that skipping class is easy here, I don't think they're going to let me away that easily. And the nurse is bound to keep breathing down my neck to talk about exercise as well. So eventually I do rise up, so all the morning medications and put on old soccer clothes. Thanks to the condition, I was exempted for part in gym classes at Yamaku, so I didn't get issued with a gym outfit. I ordered some to cover such contingency, but only my old school soccer clothes is kind of nostalgic. Can't use them for that anymore, so maybe they can get a new life this way, a bit like me. After all, if I'm going to start taking care of myself, I can't afford to slack around. I'll start from the basics. Basics, which include keeping the rest of my body in shape along with what little I can do to strengthen my heart. Maybe then I could go back to something approaching a normal life, or at least something where I'm less likely to fall over dead at any minute. I'm trying to discover that I'm not the only one at the present at the track. Not just that, but it's a face I've seen before. The prosthetic lead girl who bowled me over in the hall yesterday is running on the track lethally like a half-mechanical gazelle. What's her name again? It was a short one, but I can't remember. I remember it. It's Emmy. She seems to be running last at somewhat easy lope, her prosthetic legs clacking rhythmically on a hard track surface. Is that like the little sound in the back, if you can hear it? Here, I'll turn it up for you guys. Can you guys hear that? Because like I feel like it's her running, you know? It's kind of weird. But anyway, let's continue. I wonder what's the reason she's running this early in the morning. Maybe it's something akin to me, and the nurse is pressing the poor girl to jog just like he's pressing me. I certainly wouldn't be here if it weren't for my health and it's prompting me to do so. Even with things being like this, it's only because I want to get it out of the way early. The fact that I would be less likely to encounter someone who would witness my pitfall attempts to get in shape was merely a happy accident. I leave, but it seems that my former salient unnoticed me on her last lap. She waves at me cheerfully and jogs over. Good morning, your name is Hiso, right? She grins, seemingly pleased that she remembered my name. You may not remember me. Emmy, I knocked you over in the hall yesterday. How could I forget such a blunt introduction? Emmy has decent to look vaguely apologetic for a moment before giggling. Yeah, sorry about that again. Well, so long as you don't want to make a habit of it, I suppose it'll be fine. Great. I'm not sure she realized I was joking. So the spy consultant the nurse was talking about, is that actually you? That's right. Oh, I was expecting someone from the nursing staff, to be honest. What are you saying? I don't look like I could be a spy? No, this is more a relief. I was afraid to have someone to watch me over every move. Unless you're here exactly to do that. No, I'm here for my own reason. The nurse just asked me if I had seen a messy-haired transfer student who looked kind of like he's lost around the track. So why are you here? Emmy strikes a dramatic pose. Training. For what? Track. Ah, I see you're on the track team then. Emmy nods enthusiastically. Yep, I'm one of the better runners too. And I'm modest about it too. Hey, you should join up. It's a good exercise, you know. I think that much activity is probably out of the question for me. Now, I'm not even sure I really like running that much at all. Plus, I'm not just into organized sports, you know. It's just I never really got that much into soccer. I mean, I'd run around with my friends and all, but that was really the only reason I ever played. It wasn't for Lagore to be found on the field, that's for sure. Emmy seems to be understand my feeling. I see. Not much a whole organization thing. But now that you're here, I guess we're going to run together, huh? Sure, well, I guess. Emmy seems pleased. Are you going to warm up? Real men don't warm up. Oh no, you should always warm up, bad Hiso. She scolds me that smiles and leans closer. I hate warming up too. She laughs suddenly. Heck, I don't even have to stretch my legs. She's confirmed to saying about this up and down a couple times, giving a passing impression of her standing on springs. Her leg blades seem to be quite elastic. Let's go. So we will take off around the track. I can at least see that she wasn't lying about being good at running. Emmy moved slowly, throwing herself on the field run with the sort of wild abandon. What? I'm retarded. Sort of wild abandon. Okay, no, I wasn't retarded. I find myself concentrating more on the running properly. Hands spread, right? And something about hitting on the balls of the feet rather than the heels. I try matching my stride to Emmy's, but it's pretty difficult. Apparently, I'm not very good at it. Maybe Emmy could help me with that sometime. I'm not really thinking up to a couple of laps days, slow to walk pretty quickly. Emmy keeps running and doesn't seem to notice I've stopped until she passes me a second time. She quickly skates the halt, breathing steadily as contracts to someone, gasping demeanor. Finished already? I hang on my H ruefully. Yeah, I'm not very good shape right now. Emmy nods and then grins at me again. She seems to be lost smiling. Well, the thing is you started, right? Next time you just try to hold out longer and then longer and then longer, eventually it'll be great. I'll keep that in mind. But I think right now I'm going to get ready for class, shouldn't you? Emmy shrugs unconcernedly. Well, I've got plenty of time. I notice that she's not wearing a watch. Are you sure? Another careless shrug. Not really, but I've got to finish my routine. See you later, Hisawa. See ya. I'm not sure whether this morning experiment was a success or failure, but I'll admit that I do slightly feel good about getting out this morning. And like Emmy said, I'm just need to keep in order to get that better, right? Practice makes perfect or something like that. It's nice at least to feel like I've taken some semblance over control over my own health. I'll try to keep this up. I head back to the dorm to wash and change into my uniform, try to resist urge to take a really long and hot shower. All the painted walls getting nicer. I'm tired of all the running, so I want to unwind. I don't want to break my slow building routine for getting to school before the morning rush. After taking a long shower anyway, I dry myself on and begin to start to put on my clothes. Out of nowhere, a shadow appears. Oh, it's fucking Kenji, looming in the room as Malaki's intent and burst through the fog. Good thing they put that fucking flower there. So, oh, what do you do? Oh! Good thing I censored the game. I would have actually seen a, thing there. What are you doing here? What the hell are you scared of me? What's your problem? I should have asked you that. I've been looking all over the place, man. What do you mean all over the place? I want to ask you, you've been looking for me. Starkly had to buffle my tongue back. I felt myself still naked too. Quickly hold up my shirt in front of me, but Kenji doesn't seem to notice the thing. His lips are fogged up, but he doesn't get away from office. His vision batteries you perpetually seeing through fog. You know your room, and yeah, that's it. Hey, I still had to get up though. Whatever, it's not important. Can I borrow some money? He and looks away, very hard to very casual. It doesn't work. He's transparent to window pane-sized glasses. Talking neutrally like this, wearing nothing, feels awkward. Somehow it's more awkward to be naked from someone who one day can't see me be naked, to nothing of the fact that he's naked as well. I sure must have feeling with Will suggest money, sure. Awesome. Wait, why do you need it? Can't you just give it to me because I have I had the goodwill not run through your pockets while you were in the shower? I could have, but I exercised restraint, and then isn't the thought that counts? Come on, B, pal. This makes no sense. If the thought of B counts, I should withhold payment since his thoughts are clear, impure, and his intentions are probably even more sinister since he can tell what they are. I say much to him. I'm offended, man, but if that's your game, then fine. I guess I have no choice. I want to order pizza, and I already have most of the cost. I need your help for the rest. I get some of that pizza too, right? No. Are you serious? Yeah, I would give you some, but you have class and you don't have time to eat pizza. What about you? I'm not going to class. I have to wait for pizza and pay the guy and then eat it. It's not easy. You have to obtain the pizza stealthily. If you don't, everyone will see you in the pizza and they will ask for a slice. It's a hard world out there. Everyone wants a piece. They're left peaceless and forgiving world. It happened before, that's how I know. Every day I plan my vengeance, and when the people who wrong me order pizza, I'll be there ever vigilant. Kenji strikes a dramatic pose, completely with irony. But yeah, I only need 400 yen, please, you're my only help. I can't go outside and buy my own pizza, it's too far. 400 yen is like $4, I think. Like dollars, like American dollars, I think. I'm trying to go outside almost. It's absolutely necessary. Let me tell you what happened the last time I went out with a carrying plan in advance. I was outside, I can't remember what I was doing, something standing. Maybe wondering how I got there. Then I know where it happened. Like a flash of lightning streamed the sky, how I split a sandwich into equal pieces and make it magical to fold an Ember chip cracked in my hand. And now it's the second most shocking moment of my life. What was the first? He ignores me and keeps going. I want to grab him and shake him. Is he trying to keep momentum? I'll go with that. And even most likely he just didn't hear me. It was like opening some kind of anime show. You know, there's always a part where the main dude's fighting his rival, and then they fly at each other and clash swords. And that's like a big traumatic cold hours in Zoom. It's like that, but with... Okay. So yeah, I need some money. Please don't leave me hanging, man. I only need 1,000 yen. I thought it was 400. Okay, what? I'll pay you back, I swear. You better. That's what it means to borrow stuff. I don't know when I'll be able to pay you back. You have 1 week. Ah, what's his noise like a dying cow, particularly disturbing fact given this baton. Whatever. You're not supposed to be tight a shirt about money between brothers in arms, man. Men have it bad as enough. Do you know that male porn stars only make about half what female porn stars make? That's true, but still. Doesn't mean unless anything else here porn star. So maybe I am a porn star as I struggle to meet ends as I fight the feminist agenda and you can't even spot me in the crumbles. You bastard, nobody understands nobody. What would feminists be again pornography in the first place? This feminist agenda stuff again? The porn is the stuff I can't that you don't give a shit with this serious here feminist. Our dangerous enemy made no mistake. Didn't like you'll wake up in the morning with a knife in the back, bam, out of nowhere. How do you wake up in the morning if someone stabbed you in your sleep? Women are terrible at stabbing things. I love. God damn it. I thought you said you don't take them lightly. Well, I mean, I don't take them lightly for big things. Eventually, they're not a threat, but when there's some kind of war, like a big war with men on one side and the feminist forces on the other side, it gets pretty ugly. On the day will come when the feminists come out of their central top secret worldwide feminist headquarters and say it's on now, motherfuckers. You're being ridiculous. No big world feminist headquarters of building where would they even hide that? I mean, it would be massive. You can't hide that. Earth somewhere would be no big fortune that only woman only in it. Who said it was on Earth? I can't wait for countries to start practicing frowning faces in mirrors so that I can figure out what kind of frown will stretch our oceans. They can't see me from the distance. So anyway, which really means that you can't keep renting without regards to stability. Yeah, there's a war going on. A war may not know about, but this is a great one that will one boil over and encompass all the known world. Then we'll have a pick sides and we'll have to make a stand. In fact, it's happening right now. Imagine it, the bloody battlefield, vicious conflict without end. I almost gave up when I thought this cause was silly. When I grew tired of blackness over our fight, when I mistook the time for power with our feminist raid and thought the war end was near. But then I realized I gave up and it was all over and I was like, whoa, and I never had to get serious because I'm the last sane man in the universe. It's all about duty. Must be a pretty crappy moment if it hinges on one naked guy renting in the bathroom instead of another guy. So can I have money? He's blocking the way out in cold because I'm still naked and I want to go to class, so I have to spot him money. Also, they think we should go bowling later on. Bowling? Yeah, it's ultimate sports. There are no women boulders either, making it also manly sport. Should I wear a pink bowling shirt with matching shoes or pastel green with flower accents? There are bowling clothing? Maybe. Meh, you had better pay me back. I can pay you back in stuff, right? I don't have time to ask you to elaborate what that means. I don't know. I have to get to class. You're kind of on my way. Oh, sorry, I didn't want to hold you up. I have something to do myself, and the time has come. Time for what? I just like saying that. Okay, now the time has to really come. For what? Pizza. I have to use the bathroom, get out of it. Oh, I was going to, and what does that mean? It's a big bathroom, so I have to be alone, I can't go with the pressure. Oh, what if someone else comes in? I'll think of something. Here's your practice round. A silly reference, guys. He's out there, doesn't notice or doesn't see. Anyway, I get dressed and run back to my room and feel eternity has passed since I woke up. That time I'll never go back. I'll get him for this somehow, but right now I have to get to class. Damn, what an encounter. That scene was very awkward, I'll tell you that much. Good thing I put the 18 plus mode on at the beginning. Good job, you're welcome. You didn't have to see that. Yeah. Let's continue. I'm first Thursday class today, although I think I'm a little early. Then again, sitting alone here for 20 minutes sure beats having suffered the time for Kanji. The combination of fatigue, frustration, and boredom starts making me feel very tired. I black out for a second, waking up, and my head hits the surface of the on my forehead. I realize this is a good reason to stay up for now and stop coming to class so early later. Eventually, I hear tapping noise outside in the hallway. Lily's a tall figure appears in the doorway. She's not in class, so she must have some other business. Maybe she's looking for Hanako. Lily stops the door, looking hesitant today. She was never who had to come in unless invited. I started doing so because she looked rather lonesome standing there. She steps in her own corner, though, after straightening her shirt collar as if ways it was important to look prim when entering our classroom. Excuse me. She was in the quiet classroom with probably a delicate voice. I realized the silence might unnerve her because of her blind, so I might break it. Good morning, Lily. Hey, Sal, good morning. I didn't hear you come in. I wonder if she thinks I'm suspicious, but I didn't say anything to her. It's like if I were to tell a big lie now. Big a lie now? Never heard that phrase. Too big a lie now. Oh, okay. It would sink me. Well, I was already here just to sleep right until now. Oh, have you seen Hanako today by any chance? No, she seems to come in only before the bell rings, or after that. Or just before the bell rings or after that. Do you want me to tell her something for you? No, it's fine. It's strange, but I think there were only 2 people in the school right now. I didn't hear anyone else coming on the way here. I shouldn't have gone up so early today, yes. You're testing yourself for doing something that other people should. Punctuality is a good thing, I think so, anyway. It's a very busy morning today. The festival is coming up soon. Today is the deadline for event registrations, budget reports, and any other official paperwork. It could be everyone is trying to complete the necessary forms at the last minute. Maybe that's why it's so quiet today. Haha! God damn it. Why you have to come in now? Okay. Misha pops into the room with Shizune, as if in cue, shouting with a loudness that makes Lily visibly flinch. Hi-chan. Hi. It's the class representative. Hello. Lily smiles, probably amused by Misha's use of word look. Good morning. Of course, you're not the representative of this class, right? I'm not. Lily seems a little more grown in her answers to Shizu that she was with me the other day. I guess they're not really get along at all. Then I realized that Lily might actually not know Shizu is present. Shizune is present, and she's trying to detect whether or not she is to know who she is talking to. For all I know, she's talking to Misha, but knowing that she's there are practically inseparable, she might expect Shizune to be being the one that actually talks. Oh my god, I talk too much. Damn. I've been going on for a while. I don't know why I'm not stopping. I just talk too fast, and it's not good. I should try to talk slower. Damn, how complicated. I decided to help Lily out for my own peace of mind or more than anything else. You're here early, Shizune. You were here even earlier than us. Misha puffs out her cheeks angrily. Why she's getting angry? Does it feel emotions on Shizune's behalf too? It's not that weird though. That Shizune didn't like my little comment. It's true, I was here earlier than them. So me saying something like that could definitely be misinterpreted as anything. Especially Shizune, who doesn't have the benefit of hearing the tone to Gog intent. Before I started worrying on whether or not I should apologize, Shizune has already moved on. Class rep, is a good thing you're here. We have to talk. The festival is coming up in 3 days, right? Every other class has already handed in their project reports for the events, even the first years except you. Wahaha. There's still some time to hand it in, isn't there? Today's the deadline today. You're still taking your time, aren't you? If I read all night, it was just days ago, but someone I had said the deadline, please extend it. Yes, that was me planning something on the scale as a small task, and a week is too small of a time frame to expect the whole class to work out such a complex issue completely. Do you want to know what's harder than distributing funds for one class event? Handling the same matter for every class of the school, and then some, and then the whole one. Who does that is me. Damn, that was a tongue twister for me, and I have no idea why. Anyway, they're having a little fight, and she's like there. She looks mad for some reason. I don't know, man. It's just very complicated. I don't know what I said just there. Misha puts her hand on her hips and stands up straight. Wow, she's really getting into the role. Lady doesn't look like she's very amused though. Hey, Shizune, are you being a little too hard on her? There's still a whole day left. Please say so, it's alright. Lily seems happy I'm taking her side, but a big conflict that I not think she should take care of herself. If it's about the budget, I'm disappointed you think I forgot about it. I understand how important it is. Then can I have it, please? Shizune might not have it on her at this exact second. It's not here right now. I asked 2 students to take care of it for me, students from my class. She emphasized the last sentence, much to my surprise. She knows about his efforts to rope me into the student council. I guess words must have gone around that she's using me as an ammo against Shizune. This is just getting better and better. It was your responsibility. The budget report isn't something you should just getting away as a cost representative. It's your job to be on top of things. This kind of disregard for proper apprenticeship is really just terrible. They completely being capable of doing so. The students have been sick recently, so they couldn't come to school, and they gave it back to me. If you want, I'll apologize on behalf of getting sick. Okay. Although Mrs. Lily's little jab entirely, Mishune does it, and she seems torn between being offended by Lily's daring or jumping for joy at the prospect for a challenge. Lily, don't they live here at this school? They're 5-minute walking. Oh, they can't possibly have the break from taking their 5 minute out their busy lives to drop something off that will affect the enjoyment of their entire class. Lily opens her mouth to say something, but she's closes the gap between them and starts singing ferociously, making her hands around like an orchestra composer. Misha tries to completely convey the passion, but couldn't seem to lose her normal cheerful tone. The result is interesting and somewhat whatever. Damn, what is this argument? What's with that attitude? I said that's not something you should be delegating away. Are you class representative or aren't you? Tell me the names of those 2 students. They should have a job if you can't even handle something simple yourself. One form isn't the full extent of what I'm supposed to take care of. Lily's tone is growing slightly impatient, but she's doing a good job not letting Shizune see how sensitive she's being. She's playing her cards close to her chest. Shizune, on the other hand, her hand wraps her fingers cheerfully along the edge of her glasses, knowing can either hear nor see how excited she is. Oh, of course you do so much, class rep, but it must be difficult being you. Lady tightens her lip at Misha's words, clearly understanding the intent behind those meant to have. Ouch. Can you guys, stop fighting? Just stop fighting, just in general. Misha delivers them without even a hint of sarcasm, which they have meant to have. Shizune and Lily don't like each other. That much is clear, but this seems a little much to seem Lily has enough to deserve you to push to talk. Oh. Okay. Anyone see that? Boom. What is this, some anime fight? I was actually discussing the budget report before you came by. You must be a very talented fish also. Came out to do so quickly they could track me down. Make sure I don't forget my own. Are you accusing me of slacking off? It seems that you're confusing me with yourself. I don't think so. That would be a very difficult thing for me to do, comparing myself to you. You're right. The difference between us is heaven and hell. It's not hard to guess which one you might represent. Damn, there between them ripples heat of their and their envy will not really make it. Are we gonna make a decision? Because I'm definitely choosing Lily. even Misha looks like she's beginning to understand the real nature of this conversation. Hee-chan, don't slack off either. What are you talking about? Are you taking part in the festival, Hee-chan? You aren't you? You are, aren't you? And I hope you're going to do a lot more than sure to listen to me than this person. Yeah, the top one, of course. Hey guys, I'm new guy, remember? It's not like I could have done much even if I wanted to. That's right, oh, wait, what she did? That's right, you shouldn't have split the channel and just jumped right into it on its first week. Lady takes my side, feeling oddly comforting, so I decide to back her up. Yeah, you're being unreasonable with both. Oof. Take that! Both of you? Honestly, I feel like they're two people, but they're supposed to be one person because you only have a route for Shizune, which I found out yesterday. And Misha's a different route. Misha's not even a route. She's just Shizune's a route, not her. Anyway, excuses, Miss Class Rep has had time to deal with her report, and we repeatedly offer you a position to help with city council work. We refuse to commit yourself to making the festival a success. Yes, what I said back then, I'm not sure if. I don't have time for this right now, so no matter what I do, I'll be being drawn in conversation with Shizune, and so what she forget it. I turn my back at them. Only class is going to be starting soon, so we can talk more later. I'll tell Hanako you were looking for her. I feel Shizune freezing. Maybe this is the first time she has ever been ignored in such a blunt manner. Thank you, so I'll leave now then. If she gives me the sweetest smile I've ever seen all week and turns on heels to make her exit. Oh, that's nice. As soon as Lily walks out, I suddenly start feeling reluctant about turning to face Suzu. I can feel her eyes burning inside back and can't bring myself to look at her. She must be furious I gave yourself Misha to say the same thing to elevate the tension, and what's really is wanting too much. In the end, I could go back to my seat and listen to the sound. She's in the footstep. She marched out of the room. She doesn't return until a few minutes before class. Damn. I created some fire. Ow, my ears. That was really loud. Anyway, I think there's more morning classes, all leaving her seat, looking empty and lonely back in the classroom. I'm telling that Lily's looking for her if I see her later. After the events of this morning, this is pretty boring person. I turned the pages of the book lazily. I've been catching up to do despite trying to keep up with the studies at the hospital, but I failed enthusiastic about it. Look out front of the room sounds unbearably loud. Teacher hasn't said anything in over 7 minutes. Instead of opening to cover the book and board in rows and rows, equations taken directly from the book. The rhythmic clashing of chalk on blackboard seems to synchronize perfectly with ticking of the clock. I start to copy of the down equations just past time, even though they are right there in the textbook. Damn. When the bell rings, I'm not in a hurry because I have nothing to. So I stay for a while. Reviewing what we covered in class today, I prefer to leave last anyway, so I don't have to deal with crowding in the hall. I know she's in Misha also stay by talking to someone for another class. She was signing so fast her hands make noise like sword cutting through the air. Yup, maybe there's pent-up anger in there. Misha's trying desperately to keep up, but it's clear she could barely manage to even understand her. I put my head down, whatever the disgusting looks like serious, and she decides to the point where her wrists crack while Misha struggles to spit out a word in form. She trips over herself. She's doing with tongue twister, and then on top of that, she has side back anything the other gonna say. She seems like a rough job. Misha looks at her, but she's just about to faint. Luckily for her, their business soon finished and rested down in their seats again. Oh, I'm so tired. She hangs her head limply on her desk, looking exhausted.
I used the opportunity to recount something. She wasn't there a bit. Oh, it's so costing. Oh, I'll be tired. Oh. Alright, the door's not closed for me. Festival preparation must be tough for you. Indeed, the people of the school seem to take this festival very seriously. Whenever I see people idling around before class, they're after class, they're always talking about their plans for it. This guy needs to hear everyone being so enthusiastic about it. I'm probably the only one who hasn't done to have something to do. She scoffs at me first, even if I'm trying to decide whether to ignore her. She sneers at me, but in the end she starts deciding without doing either. Misha focuses up looking at her hands with slightly unfocused eyes. She sighs with harsh, heavy, dramatic strokes, which translates her signing into speech for me. She does it so well, it's almost like Misha's actually speaking, translating her thoughts directly through Misha. She must have actually vigorously. Well, of course, we're in Suikaze, so we're pretty busy. And somewhere in duty of ours to ensure the success of the festival is also our strength. We would shame ourselves in front of past student council generations if this festival would have failed. There's no flaws. No, I think there are encumbrances. No, nothing that would make the festival short of perfect. Tuesday's passing speech and Misha's and dancing are hardly fitting of them. Hello? Lover started to see Hanako appear suddenly into the classroom, most of her body hidden from behind the door. Hey, playing delinquent again? Treasure blushes hard at Misha's straightforward jab, but even it was just only the jest. She says her probably causing her to look down and start backing away to the point where only her fingers could see me wrapped around the edge of the door. Maybe she's sure her just like Hanako by association just like Lily. Maybe so Hanako probably knows it as well. What's Hanako? Has Lily been here? Sorry, I haven't seen Sato. She came by in the morning though. Hanako keeps looking uneasy at Shizu, who stares back at her with her usual serious gaze, what she tried to do. Of course, Shizume is going to look away. She's timid enough as it is, so I can only imagine how terrified Hanako would be. It is a little uncomfortable watching Hanako's reaction to Shizu's normal behavior. This is what happens when two people with two different extremes meets, it seems. Do you know where she is? If she has any sense in her head, she's in her classroom working on their festival route, but who knows that woman's water yet. You need to find her. She was looking for you this morning, but I guess you have to miss each other. She waits a little more without answering the simple question, looking off like she's not sure if the proper answer is such a question. Yeah, I can come with you if it's okay. Hanako nods friendly, the spelling word shows stuff like wood. I get the feeling that she might not be comfortable being by herself at all. It's too late to back off now. She has this really troubled expression. She seems to wear almost constantly one that makes me constantly be on guard myself. I wonder why. I keep understanding why she seems to be wary, or maybe more like why there could be a person like her. I have no idea how I should act around such a person. It's dinner time, so we're going to point to you with Lily. She nods slightly, so she must have been trying to get into the cafeteria. If there's something on the dinner crowd, there's the cafeteria crowd during lunch. It's often bad because dinner time is longer than lunch hour, so I can understand why Hanako could be distracted from going in. I pick up my bag and leave when we take our leave. Hanako skips a little to meet my initial pace, so I slow down to match her speed. It doesn't take us long to walk in a comfortable pace down the hallway. I almost feel like we're going on a stroll together to something that I can't say I've really done before with a girl. Hanako doesn't seem to be thinking the same thing though. Even though we are walking at the same pace, she never comes with arm's reach of me. I guess she's a little comfortable around me given how shy she is. There doesn't seem to be helping much at least for now. By the time we arrive at the cafeteria, there's not much of a crowd there, but Lily's nowhere to be seen. Hanako's head sings very lower than usual. Have you looked somewhere else already? I just at the library is reading, so she does spend time in class, so so there's no 3 times when she skips class. Also not exactly a thorough search then. Well, if I had to guess, she'd be in her own class like Jesus is, right? Right. With a slightest nod, Hanako agrees with my reasoning. God, she's so awkward. She's being so awkward. It's like I need a double-layer skin silk glove and padding even to be in interaction with her. Some small talk might help her, even a bit more to use to me. It is hard to tell that silence between us is hovering over the edge of both of our minds. So you and Lily usually hang out together after class, right? Yes. I'm not quite sure what I expected her answer, nor why I even asked the question. That's much rather obvious after all. It doesn't seem like the type to cultivate a social circle either, so I suspect Lily may well be our only friend. Must be a pain in being in different classes, I'm guessing. She gives a sharp. She gives She gives a sharp, almost reflective nod. Compared to Lily's careful thought about her actions and speech, Hanako hastens to make her answers as prompt and short as possible. Lily comes by the classroom even when she's busy. She has a small smile as she says, evidently appreciating the fact that Lily goes out of her way to help her. It's pretty cute, really. There isn't any need to say more. Both of us content that our discussion reached an end. As we ascend the stairs back to the lobby, we meet a group by students heading downstairs like a school of fish moving from one feet to another. They seem to be keeping mostly but to themselves, but before I can notice her doing so, Hanukkah has moved around behind me. Yeah, are you alright? Just keep going. The students pass us without as much as a second glance. Hanukkah takes up his position to my side again as she enters her building. Her momentary impulse of her anxiety all but snatched away. Even as the climb towards the third floor, she doesn't seem to relax. Even if she's never known a shy person before, or even shy girls, but Hanukkah seems to be pretty far beyond what I call normal in her fear of other people. If it weren't for Lily acting as a meditator, I doubt Hanukkah would have been able to walk beside me like this. She seems to be completely shut down and responsible for others. The rest of us walk up to Lily's classroom, continues to strain silence while I ruin her inability to socialize at all. As we make up our way to the stairs, the noise coming from Lily's classroom was audible from halfway down the hallway. I wasn't exactly expecting such a din at all. Well, I guess we found her. That would so much been hard. Did Hanukkah come here first, then come for me to back up, I wonder? If that's true, then at least she's starting to trust me a little. That's only be a good thing. Even the two of Teresa's door to class 3-2 with Hanukkah less than suitably positioning herself behind me, I opened the door. They said a hi. Ooh, wow. It's a different class. I'm not used to this. But is she actually here? So I have activities seemingly every student in class to take. Talking at once worked hurriedly over their separate tasks. God damn. I'm going with fake ads decoration vendor being made as much to be upcoming school festival. I guess my first priority should be finding Lily. There. Finding her amongst the din is surprisingly easy, not the least because of her looks. With a couple of students gather around her as she stands in front of the class, she seems to be charged of preparations for the busy organizing them. Failing to path through the various students hunched over the floor for lack of desk space, there's entirely out of habit as we finally reach Lily. Hi, Lily. She perks her head up as she breaks off talking to noticeably a small girl who must be trying to listen as best she can. Sorry, who? Oh, sorry, Hisa. I have Hanako too. Hi. She's pretty skittish considering the number of people around. It is too hard for her to work out why. Lily takes a moment to pause to assess the situation before turning to the student once again. For the moment, just ask Maria for advice. Kenji's busy with painting one of the banners already. A quick nod, she buzzes off, fingers carefully sliding along the face wall arcation. Wait, Kenji? Kenji? I quickly turn around about leaning to the side to see past Hanako. Turned off in the corner of the eye, Kenji hunched over a sheet of cloth as he paints. His eyes remained only inches from the brush, reminding me of how close I had to be to make out a face when I met him. Sorry about that. Our class doesn't have any students even partial eyesight, so they're in high demand. That's right. Class 3-2 was especially kids with poor vision. Praying for the festival must be pretty arduous for them. Need a hand? I could help if you need some. Maybe Hanako could too. A chance to set her mind for something would be good, but I doubt she has enough courage to ask outright. She quickly nods in affirmative afterwards, so I'm confident I made the right move. Lee gives a noticeable sigh of relief. It's good that I actually get finished before everyone goes off dinner now. Well, will you be able to help the person painting the main banner? It's a big task for him to do, but nobody else can help. Kenji? Sure. She's so surprised that I know him. I can't really blame her. I think you've met him? Our rooms are right next to each other. Hard to miss each other, really. Well, it's good to see you're getting friends so fast. I wonder if that's the right word to use for him. How sounds during the proceeding reminds me of the races that I put her up in helping in the first place. Well, we'll go help him then. He needs what he needs doing. That's right. Just ask if he have any problems. Chorusing an assent. Hanukkah and I begin another trek across the classroom. Kenji sitting crouched on the floor, his gaze fixed on the white calico in front of him. Hey, Kenji! No answer. He continues dragging his fake across the silk brush along with half-painted Kenji that sketch on the sheeted pencil. Kenji? What? Who is it? If this is what he treats his classmates, no wonder he's small. It's so small he's working on this alone. To me, he saw from the... Right, I know that, man. What are you doing here, though? His attitude annoys me. He's made most of the time he gets really focused on work and hating to be disturbed by anyone until he's done, I suppose. Wait, while we talk, the sound of Hanako walk off from behind me, sorry that she's here. I was going to help you with the Manacroft Hanako, that is. Hello.
Oh, hi. I guess that's okay. As soon as Hanako enters the equations, Demir takes a complete about faces, sudden fog possibilities, slightly unsettling. Alright, woman, on second thought, this may be not be a great idea after all. How would I really set ourselves down the opposite side of the club banner to Kenji, nothing, several paint tins on the ground around it. Class 3-2, noodle stall? You guys selling noodles at the festival on Sunday? Yeah, some stalls outside or something. This not nature sparks a fair amount of decision on my be out. The taxi hand comes first, though. So what do you want to do? Split this. We do borders while you're doing text, or you want to switch and do borders? Text is mine. You do borders. He has pretty strong feelings on the topic. As I reach over to grab the brush, he knows how I'm already debating between colors to use. By the time I put the brush in class, she's already started on She already started on the elective pattern, like my idea of taking your mind off everything around her work. With blue hair, with the dark blue stroke, the three of us silently get to work. Not before Kenji takes advantage of Hanako working to lean toward me, and while whispering can see me through. Oh. Okay, man, why are you here? I just want some help to find Lily, that's all. You finally just proves my moves. Yeah, I get it. It looks like I misjudged you. You're infiltrating them. Aren't you going deep undercover? I should have guessed letting you slip by him. That'd probably be better over lying or annoying him in that case. Is that why you're here? Obviously it sucks. There would be no way to get intel than going in yourself. We're gonna stick together, man. This is a harsh school, a harsh world. Yes, very harsh. This is my true meaning as leaning back, satisfied and sympathy to his cause. I'd better get back to work. Down to work. Finished. Look like I am too. Good job. The two of us connected the lines of the patterns, and I being a closest copy as I could manage of hers. With a grunt, I lever myself on the floor and look around. I started from Hanako myself. There was only Kenji left, finishing off the sign as well as Lily and a couple students checking on the suspect classroom. Looking at the watch, no surprise, it's getting pretty late. Need a hand? I've overhanded Hanako, which she uses to get herself up. As she does, I can't help but glance at her wrist. If her scars extend even to the dare, and just how much everybody was burned. I don't know if it's burned. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's something, I don't know. I feel a pang of guilt about it, however, she clearly covers her wrist with her other hand. Looks good, doesn't it? She looks surprised for a moment before noticing him at the banner. It does, I guess. Her smile shows that she has a sense of pride in the result, I guess, just as I do. With the floor significantly neater for the darker age to be placed on the desk shelves, it's much easier to get Lily as to be across the room. We finished the banner, I guess that's all I need to be done. Lily gives an appreciative nod. Thank you, Hisao Hanako. If there's any way I can thank you, it's fine. Beating sits in the room studying at any rate. I don't mind either. She nods before suddenly remembering one last person. Oh, is Kenji still here? As I open my mouth, Kenji is there from the other side of the room. Yeah, I just finished. He carefully slides into his sign another empty section shelf to dry, quickly walking past us and out the door. See ya, man. Bye. The remaining two students say their goodbyes to Lily before taking their cue to leave as well, leaving only us to leave us three of us. Fuck me. Well, I guess that's everyone. And we don't have anything to do like that again. Working past school time? Indeed, the class plans this year were ambitious, maybe too ambitious. This all looks nice, though. She's right. It shows that a lot of work got into them. I'm sure a lot of us will be glad to hear that. At least now there's not much work to do until the festival itself. Well, it's getting pretty late. Shall we go? That's probably a good idea. Are you going back to your dungeons as well, he saw? Well, I guess I'll tag along. This lighting really makes the garden look quite different compared to the usual soccer lush green, making things more calm. Being that late black students around probably helps. The odd one of two can be scurrying to and farm the doors, trying to eke the most out of their approaching curfews, but no more. All they hear is out footsteps in addition to Lily's cane regularly gently tapping the ground in front of her. It's nice to finally see her relax a bit after the mad rush during school, without even noticing I let out a small yawn. Tired? Yeah, still getting used to the flow of things, I guess. The thing with Shizune took me kind of off guard, though. I grit my teeth a little at the kind of mention of their rather public spat that said I do want to sort out what the world was behind it. About that. Sorry about being the public Shizune, and I go back. Go back some ways. Oh, her voice seems irritated. She remembers Shizune, obviously unwilling to discuss it any further. Let's see how to go for reviews on this part. Church is unsurprisingly evasive and difficult to read. Either way, I guess her apologizing for it seems to the curiosity goes unanswered. I'll be glad the once festival is ordered in any case. The change of topic welcome, clearing the thickening air quickly. I can imagine my old school festival were a lot more low key than this. Yamaku stresses the idea of school community, so the staff likes more festivals such as special occasion. And yet the students are the one who do the work. What an unfair world. Haruko and Noli both chuckle in agreement, savoring the fact that are around here are grumbling. I suppose coming from a strict all-girls school helped me a bit with Yamaku compared to Yamaku, yeah, I was right. Compared to their Yamaku is much more relaxed. That's to go towards explaining her well-bred speech behavior in any case. As we come into the dormitory, Savannah comes up to leave for our respective rooms. See you, Lily, Hanako. They both give a polite nod before sitting up to a woman's dorm just next to the guys. As I expected such an arrangement, there is a staff member casually patrolling around outside for any nighttime shenanigans. Walking past them, I quickly touched on my arm and rubbed my neck, both quite sore after being worked on the floor for so long before walking to my room. It feels good to actually have direction. Though after so long in the hospital, the everyday fact studying homework nature seemed to have almost a blessing. I guess if there's continue this, my time in Yamaku might change out. Okay. Adhering to the nurse's nagging voice in the back of my head, I set my alarm clock to wake me up early enough to go jogging, and I made a promise I'm going to keep it. Besides, Emmy's about to rat on me if I don't show up, and it's not all that bad. Damn. Soundtrack's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Just saying. I'm waking up too. My alarm goes off, and I play about uselessly for a while until I remember that I started to give. Fuck. Wish I remember that I started to give morning runs another shot. If I don't, I don't know if that was a great but I determined to keep going. This is about my health after all. Sure, things have a great lead later for me, but that hasn't made my existence so intolerable. But I'm not going to try everything I can to stay healthy. So it's all about starting some kind of control over this thing, right? If I can manage that, well, I can manage anything. At least that's what I keep telling myself. Once again, it would appear that I'm not alone in my run. Emmy's apparently been here for some time. It looks like she's already worked up a good sweat. And just when the hell does she come here anyway? Oh, it's you. I'm sorry to see you again. Why is that? Well, not many people actually manage to come back for the second try. She frowns out, seemingly annoyed by passing through. Like the rest of the track team, for instance. It's only a surprising volunteer basis, so it's not big of a shock. And I guess it's pretty early in the morning. Shrugging, suddenly it appears that she's forgotten what she's talking about. The frown disappears intently. She seems to dive back into her previous train of thought. So come on then. What? You're here to run again, aren't you? Right? Yeah. So come on. I find myself suddenly grabbing and yanking onto the track. Things seem to be set mirroring yesterday's run, as they seem to have shrunk while Emmy moves with the effortless that I find inevitable. It's incredibly bothersome to be easily worn out. I know I should be patient while work toward things gradually, but it's difficult to stay positive about this. We run around the track and I start our second lap. So we see I have a grown impatient keeping pace with me and begins to pull away. Somewhere I gave out yesterday. Let me move. Do more, go for it. What am I doing here? I remember just going to full and let me pedal ahead. I speed up. The second lap is done quickly and without even considering if I kept going. He looks back over his shoulder at me and grins. Still going? I wouldn't want you to think I'm out of shape. Emmy laughs without breaking her stride, no less. She speeds up even more. What is it where we're going to play things? Here's I have my own space as well. I feel like my lungs were ready to start the question, but what the hell do I think I'm doing? Lots of ass is here and muscle, but I close my ears. I can't let myself fall behind because that would be a loss. The rational voice in my head inquires madly just while we start playing a game. I answer it, but I'm having a lot of trouble thinking at the present. She's so fast. How does she keep it? A string pull in my chest. I choke, feeling of narrowness and pain. If I can think of anything else, I'm like, oh shit, the track disappears from under my feet. I stumble one hand shooting down to the clutch of my chest, the other hitting the track to keep me from falling on my face. Annie rolls around and her eyes widen. Hey, so? She yells at me, sprinting from the other side of the track. What's wrong? Nothing, just... She breathes steadily. Calm down, don't panic. Don't panic. Do you need me to get a nurse? Close my eyes, shutting out the outside world. My heart struggles to restrain its rhythm. Slowly the pain much just begins to subside. Soon it's gone like nothing happened. It was nothing happened here. There. My eye opens and getting glanced at very word, Emmy. I think I'm fine. My voice sounds very weird even to myself, and oddly enough, the matter of fact, it makes Emmy frown. I don't think you are. She seems to have a sudden dance to herself. Right, you're coming with me. You got to see the nurse. Every guy's hour drags me up. I feel a bit wobbly, but I refuse the shoulder Emily offers for support. I honestly feel a little ashamed of my own weakness. I did not have any concern about me, because it seemed to be too late. Like, I'd rather really not have anyone concerned about my condition, though at this point, it seems to be late at this as well. I like to have, deal with the whole thing on my own without being bothered to anyone else. I wish for things I'd rather not have a condition in the first place. Nurse! Every crashes the office without knocking, but it doesn't alarm the nurse in the least. Good morning, Sunshine. What's up? Sunshine. Anyway, he's calmly sips from the coffee mug. Realizes after Emmy's gaze is looming in the hallway. Hey, Sal, what brings you here? We were running, and he stumbled over and started grabbing his chest. I thought it would come get you. Oh, it's someone on the way here. The kid that thought he'd see him anyway, and he's there. Emmy, calm down. Hey, so what happened? I don't know. We were running, and then my chest started hurting like that time before, but it went away after a few seconds. It was just a flutter or something. Nurse frowns at his stage as a flutter is some kind of an oxygen. I don't quite this when I suggest to get some exercise. You got to be more careful. I was being careful. I just can't think of it. I got into a race with a member of the track team. It seemed like it's a well-reasoned thought it would. You just what? It's just that is. I was racing Emmy. Emmy, is this true? Emmy fidgeted looking at her. They concentrate. Well, she can't bring herself to say it out loud and really nods. The nurse sighs and roses her at one time. Have you got to be more sensitive to the limit of others? I don't know if he told you, but besides a bad heart condition, giving him a race was extremely irresponsible. Actually, I started it. The nurse is stunned by my statement. You what? Why does that remind me of the SpongeBob fucking thing? I honestly find that hilarious. Oh my god. Here, look, I'll play it for you guys. I don't know, I'm just bored, so SpongeBob, like... You know, why not? Why not?
You what?
Like that, exactly. You what? I find that hilarious. I have no idea why. But anyway, let's continue. You what? We're just trying to get me started to pull away, and I sped up to catch her. The nurse stares at the ceiling, muttering a paraphrase, patience to some god another, looks back down at both of us. So you're both stupid. That's a comfort. Still, come on, he's not. I'll make sure your heart's not going to explode or something. That's reassuring. I did the van follow to on Jason room where we send the just the fact I'm not leaving over die. So how does it feel? I don't know. I'm not much tired, but might just be for exercise. Stay for a few hours and rest. I'll see how you feel after that. I'm not going to object. I just lie down for a reason. Oh, nice. We just stayed down for a couple hours. It's epic. I just can't hear what she said. Like a closer, I'm sure it wasn't pleasantry. Look, I'm really sorry. I should have been more careful. Hey, you didn't know it's not your fault. She looks awfully down and sorry. My reassurance don't do anything much to cheer her up. I just want to make it up to you. Alright, again with the sick God. So you come with lunch to me, I'll bring it for you. Okay, so something really good. You start with you don't have to, but then shut up and then just when I see her face. Good. We meet on the roof. We? Yep, the weather's nice out, so the roof's a great spot for lunch, you know? I see. Well, you come, right? You want to have me the chance to make it up to you? Of course not. Great, see you there. She's so cute. I'm not gonna lie. I see I'll float somewhere between sleep and awake, feeling completely drained. Not only am my body but its limb is paralyzed apart from my senses. I shall with difficulty and then try to lie as still as I can, which is stay is not a very hard thing to do. The nurse is shuffling around the other side of the curtains, eager to give up me surprise you. I can see his shadow drifting from about. Slowly he opened the window of his office. It's windy outside. The clean window coming flutter in the breeze. Lazily motion like waves. Light sifts through them. Slowly I have absorbing into the fabric. I close my eyes and the breeze on my face is like a soft rising curtains. This is the sound of my heartbeat for a moment. They try shutting out the sound. And there's tapping away on his computer and my own heavy breathing gets steady. Damn, it's not even a week and I end up clicking this again. I really screwed this. I should know better to play half big sports star in front of a real one. Why did I have to act brave like the heart flare was no big deal, even though what as obvious that it was? It was just to push it away to keep it inside. I didn't want to have it. I didn't want to see it. Stupid. I have to be more careful. I end up in the hospital again or worse. That's why I filed out before I give to my tiredness. So us running faster caused us to have lunch with her. Epic. I don't mind. She's like one of the eligible waifus with this game. I fell asleep for how long? What time was that? Feeling a bit lightheaded. I keep thinking compulsively. Pushing the curtain aside, squint my eyes against the unfluttered light, pouring it from the window. The texture of the canvas feels like nothing like one did before. Noticing stuff from his work, seeing exactly where he was before. How are you feeling? I can't really tell. I didn't answer anything. I feel like I regret from the fall asleep. Should wear time I don't look to it. What time is it? Me growing to answer questions in case orientation looked clicking the wristwatch before answering. Things seem to be having a slow motion. 10:15. I try to think for what that means. I'm not really sure. You didn't answer my question, Tisa. Oh, fine.
Let's climb down from the bed, then let me see how you're doing, though. I tried to do exactly that, only to sway gently when I moved too fast. The nurse was to squirt me by arm and size. Stand up too quickly and know what I was going to say, just sit there. I'll check your pressure to make sure. My good intention is sure lasted for a long time. I shut up, embarrassed with myself. One nurse gets big with the old-fashioned contraption in my arm. After that, the nurse for a couple minutes. He pushes away, looking neither pleased nor happy. Unhappy. You're all right. Head stop spinning? Yeah, good. And how are the contents doing? You didn't show very good drawing about the ritual. I saw the retort I was going to make, but I was thinking of myself by hearing it started by someone else. Makes me want to protest. What you're saying is not a pleasure to hear. I don't have to make him any less right. No, sir. He nods, still looking as Drew shows he was before. It would be easy to be angry at him told you so or something, but he doesn't. I can try to help you keep your health, but ultimately the last call lies with you. Hopefully this little episode will be something that will remind you of that. Here, take it up for a teacher to avoid interrogation. I take a slip note he's offering to leave. I can't even think of anything else to say. But I really want to. Stay out of trouble. You hear me? I don't think it was anything but the scare. But next time could be different. I hear you. There's a way to the school building straight from the auxiliary building. I'm not even gonna queue. I had to get lost, so I get out the exit that I know works. I stop at the stairs, exit the building, deliver from the moment between going to the door to get my books and stuff before going away to class. The sun streams out, so I head towards the dorm. The halls are quiet, the courtyard was. I actually saw everyone's in class. I now like 9:03. I push the door open, my mate out close from the other side. Sorry I'm late. 15 pairs of eyes turn to me. Good morning, that guy. Once I see someone be confident by coming late, I'm driving slow. So if I'm around later, send class 10, that might be the case. I said with a good teacher, nurse gave me what to take some nods and reads it quickly. He lifts his eyebrow and gives me a kind of stern look. He doesn't say anything, just nods slowly again. I'm sure he just for me to run along as I naturally do. As he goes on lazy, I'm starting to get ready to school. I haven't even stopped worrying about taking notes, being overly attentive. The first days it was pretty high-strung in class. Finishes, that's how I finished his lecture about electricity early, but continues without a pause about the festival. So, as you know, the festival is the day after tomorrow, where everyone's objected to successful this year. Every time, but also come Sunday, please keep in mind of the festival in your mind. Games of fried food, percent laughter, and everyone percent lesser, so I do. Yes, thank you, Mikado. What I meant was, right there the sun's buried beneath the ring of lunch bells, and everyone started talking their things. He started there for a moment, but since almost nobody seems to pay attention anymore, he gives up and sits down. It's, oh wow, try a hallway or kind of hallways, or should get most of the students who behave. Cafeteria, normally I join the flow and grab lunch myself, but today's different. Today I invited lunch on the roof, and at a location, that's where I told to go. For today I managed to find shelter from the storm and leave the classroom door. Vigilatory sometimes I step tenderly out of the hallway, only to be by Emmy, who comes flouncing down the hallway like a cannonball. Hey, it's all great timing. I have a super extra lunch today, so as I promised, let's go upstairs. As always, his stairway to the roof is a little dated. I don't know what that word is, but it's clearly been used recently. As soon as the top of the stairs is a door, could be with missing padlock. I wonder who individual was to remove that lock. Emmy shows the door open and steps beaming into the sunlight. Suddenly, a tall and dark. Oh, it's Rin! The dark shadow appears out of nowhere, standing completely in front of Emmy, which is back, almost falling downstairs. Eek, hello. You scared me, Rin. Wait, isn't she? Hello. Nothing to speak to me. Emmy looked curiously at me. You two know each other? I look confused at Emmy. She's that friend of yours? She's that friend of yours? We realized to gaze towards the cloud, drifting around the government school. I didn't know you knew this person, Emmy. The awkward silence lasts away for a second until Emmy lets out tiny giggle, struggling the confidence off. Maybe I used it for lunch. If you know him, that's just better. Oh, does it mean I don't get food, or did you invite him for lunch without the lunch? No, neither have food. Neither have food for three. Nice thinking. I walk to the other end of the roof. I stay at the clock tower for a while, talking in the atmosphere. There's nobody else here, but nobody else but us here. I guess the roof is not as popular as the other schools. A few rundown benches at the table are scattered around the edges, perhaps in an attempt to make the roof look less desolate. The small pebbles covering the roof rattle beneath our feet. I peek through the chain link fence to take a look at the school grounds and beyond. Students are strolling pairs of ground around the quadrangle of the cafeteria. A few
Every trucks are driving past the school towards a convenience store nearby. Somewhere a watchdog barks as passers by. Somehow when I look towards the town center, the small town feels strike to me shortly, almost for whatever that word was. The hectic lifestyle of being metropolises seems so far away and foreign here. Nobody has to run and catch a bus like life depend on their senses overloaded by neon lights and traffic jams. I feel surprisingly optimistic about this new life of mine. Looking at this new hometown, even if it's going to be mine for only one short year, I got my endless habit making me move away from home also. Suddenly, I haven't had time to think about it. When I step out of the clock tower to open, I feel warmth touching my back. The sun shines perfectly from the whatever sky. Cool breeze sweeping over the rooftop and shiver when only briefly the wind carries the sound of the trees. The car is not smog or car exhaust like it used to just a few weeks ago. So Emmy settles the bench with Rain until and produces one big, two small lunchbox from her bag. Come on, so what are you waiting for? She's inviting me to join them making the rooms already on the small bench. Yee. Oh, they have the same colored eyes, basically, just slightly darker. Yeah, because she's so much more energetic, and she's like, "Hi, I'm here," you know. It's just like two completely different personalities, and they're like friends. Oh yeah, you know, I'm not complaining. They're both great. They're both eligible for wafus, I guess, or best girl or whatever. Okay, I sit myself in the corner of the bench and take a little space as possible. Very cramped, but somehow all three of us fit on it. Impressive view. Amy suppressed a giggle and placed the lunchbox in front, hands over her lunchbox to me. Hey, you're going lunch is promised. Homemade no less, I'm impressed. Wow, this looks really good. Thanks, I made it myself when I can. The conversation was also I sit around the business of feeding myself. Taking a few bites of that something noticeable, definitely opening the lunchbox and poking before I have food in their mouth using only a feet. Now that I've seen it before, I can't help but impressed at the dexterity to remind me of the place I am right now. While I ever get used to things such as these, I can't decide if I used to such things be good or bad thing either. Oh, I just realized they're complete opposites. Oh my gosh, she looks so cool. And I just realized they're complete opposites. I just realized. Like, literally, their personalities are complete opposites, and also, like, their disabilities are complete opposites. Well, damn. Does I ever get to a place that meaning giving up on no one person, or does it mean that I'm becoming more insane about those around me? I'm talking about the thoughts outside Emmy tearing into her lunches as it had insulted her ancestors. You seem pretty hungry. And looked up mouth half full, and saw us before nodding. My morning run always works up an appetite, which is great, because then I burn through lunch pretty quickly. Helps me keep my girlish figure. What would happen if you lose it? Would you become a man? I had to check on my leg trying not to laugh. It's a figure of speech. Does that figure have to run in the morning? Does your figure have to run in the mornings too? Do you always talk like this? Talk like alright. Like nice. I think that answers my question. Never mind. So I try to think of small talk. Obviously, the obvious question: how did you two meet? Seems got to the line answer this question. They met because they both one needed hands and one needed legs, so they switched off. You know, that was a really dumb joke. That not pull off well. I thought that would work in my head. Fuck me. Anyway, in the housing department, thought it would be to complement each other. Well, so we decided to say one another, complement each other, like shoes in a suit. Huh? Because of my confusion, put us together. We got our limbs. Get it? Yeah. I was right. I was. Here, I'm calling my mom now. I was right. Fuck you. I'm joking. Wait, whoa, fuck. What did I do? I pressed a bunch of buttons by accident. So technically we're getting ready in the morning, that was it. I mean, you can't help someone get dressed every morning and not get along. I see. Your interest is smart to interject. I have trouble with skirts. Right, that seems fairly obvious. Really? Kind of? This isn't helping, but at least Emily seems to find the whole thing funny. That combined with the fact that we're genuinely curious makes me feel slightly better and yet confused. I mean, you've got no arms. So putting on a shirt seems like the one of those things that would be difficult. You know what? I'm just gonna stop talking right now. I assume you a lot of trouble from long run. Long run. Ha, good one. I have nods and want to sentiment his sage manner. I see. The conversation dies as I turn back to my lunch. It's really quite good. Every she finishes the lunch and makes a content noise. Ah, that was good. She brandishes herself with her cleaning up her lunch. Rin speaks up. I'm thirsty. Oh, I almost forgot about that, sorry. With a flourish, she reaches her bag and removes a jar of the juice boxes. Trust me, one of that already has cranberry juice.
I prefer Sprite Cranberry, but this will do. One syringe that appears to be some kind of strawberry milk, complete with the pink color stream. It keeps the equally pink box as some kind of fruit punch for herself. Reed dexterity stabs her straw through the top of the box and begins to drink. I'm only by impressed by how flexible she is by the time I keep my comments to myself, so I don't think either Envy or Ren are the sort of people to think twice about the way they work around their particular disabilities, Ren especially so. Indeed, they give off the impression of being entirely unaware that she's missing any limbs, though. Whether or not they can conscious decision is another matter. Honestly, not sure. So how do you like it up here? It's quite nice. Actually, I like high places for the view. Thanks for inviting me up here. And for the lunch, too. And Emmy grins, 1,000-watt grin. Pleased by the response, I suppose. No problem. Feel free to eat with us next time, too, okay? I won't make you lunch, but you can bring your own if you're up here. No lunch service? I don't know. Even looks mock. Trying to take advantage of my good nature? The nerve. She giggles. Well, if that's your answer, I guess right now I'll keep eating lunch all alone. Suddenly assaulted by heart pounding for 3 dog eyes. I've never seen the Emmy thoughts. Kidding! I was kidding! I love to eat children period again. The location of the company is okay, too. Sarah finds a bit of a declaration of okay, which seems happy enough that accept her reputation. But I guess this makes us friends now, at least acquaintances. The bell rings and as soon as I saw her return downstairs. Randy, did finish your lunch again. I wasn't that hungry. If you don't eat more, you're going to fade away. Ren shrugs at the acceptable risk. Come on, we better get going. The 3 of us head down the stairs together. After the class passes once again, I find myself without a plan for anything to do after school, so I head to the library to return a couple of books I finished reading. Going downstairs, I see that there are many students here that were on Tuesday, all of them were ready for almost a little silence enveloping the room. I drop the books I brought and the returns lessons counter. You can suddenly pass her from behind, quite soft from the banging that makes her day hit the trolley next to her. Oh, sorry, you could do me startle you. Oh, no, that's fine. It happens a lot. I'm used to it by now. Can I help you? No, it's yeah. I think I know that everything fixed anyway. I suppose just grab another book or two while I'm here. There's not much I can do. After reading so much during my stay in the hospital, it becomes a hard habit to break. We're down the fiction section toward the back of the library, scanning the bookshelf for anything that catches my eye. As I look over the counter where Hanako has been last time I was there, not showing anything from it. Surprising though, she's there, absorbed in completely in a fairly thick book. I decided against intruding her last time and get back to finding reading too. Oh, I wish they gave us a twist to say hi. You know, like. After a certain amount of time spent at the piercing the eyes, I finally decided a couple books to get slide off the shelf. With a minute fuss, I quickly walk over to the counter and check out the books and pop them into the bag as I walk out. By the time I leave the main building, the sunset isn't far away. A small trickle of the students ran, but the majority have left, presumably at their homes and dorms. Filling the drain, I head to my room and I read the books I borrowed. There's been enough action aside for one day already. The first is Alice Adventures in Wonderland. I know the story, of course, but I've never actually read the original book. It's just as trivia as I remember the story to be, but the wacky characters are not so plot. I thought about thinking to myself that kind of Alice too, her as she tumbled down the rabbit hole in this purple wonderland. Oh, that was rather strong assertion. Still, isolated location, the overway the school accommodates absolutely everything is settling is another world. I wonder why I can't shake the feeling of being an outsider like Alice, despite most everyone being so hospitable and friendly with me. Turning another page, my mind started drifting away. In the book, it's quiet. I can hear my heartbeat thumping against the fabric of my shirt. For some reason, it makes me feel really bad, like I've seen that time in the forest with Iwanako. Like I was locked in a cage with something nasty and strange and scary. I put down the book for a while, and while staring at the ceiling, taking my time to shake off the feeling 200 minutes later, I fall asleep. Damn. Is that the end of Act 1? Damn, Act 1's longer than my friend said. They're lying cunts. Nah, it's alright though. I don't mind the act being long. It's just like, you know, shit, life happens, you know? But yeah. Anyway. You know what, fine, I'll do a little more. I'll just do this last day. And if it doesn't end by there, I'll just, like, you know, do another time, you know, just I don't know, I'm retarded. But yeah. Anyway, let me fucking... Wait, fuck, I opened the wrong thing. Wait, where's the fucking... Oh, there it is. Okay, anyway. The rules student were cash for Saturday morning lesson. Each every one of them swearing their tired eyes of people who worked all through the night. With only a day left to prepare, I suppose not surprising if we only have to suffer through classes until lunch break and their time is our own. One of the lunches in our class is on tired say also the students aren't the only ones here to enjoy their late Friday nights. Let's sing a word. Each school has some page and question numbers on the board that slopes out at their desk. It's clearly typical behavior for him, but it appears that no one in the class is going to call him out on it.
Or they'll see the students shovel their attention in a position to get into work, not wanting to break the chair, trying to do the same. Teachers made the class antisocial, not people among the referring papers. Maybe harshly attributed to the two MTCs beside me. For some reason, Misha and Shizune are in prison. Probably doing council for the festival. It's very quiet without Misha in prison. Misha, fuck me. I wonder if she was born as Roddy Shears or is she making up for Shizune's lack of voice. Like, I can speak to you for a minute, so I'm aggressive thinking about Misha, but I didn't even notice once I approaching my desk. Sure, what's this about? It's probably better if we speak outside the classroom. Something about this doesn't sound too good, but I stand up following him outside the hallway. With the sense up in the hall, stretching his head as he works out what he's trying to say, not knowing what's going on anyway. Suddenly, I heard from the school's head nurse that he had an incident the other day, so that's what it's about. What kind of? It's not anything like to be worried about. Yeah, yes, it's anything that can endanger your health is something to be worried about. Well, we try our best to prepare your life. If you're part of the involves knowing your limits and have to work around them. It'd be remiss of me if I didn't speak about this. Alright, I get it, I'm sorry. Nicholas said it's frustrating to realize that probably wasn't the best thing to say. Something tells me that you're not sorry, pretend as much as you want. This is a normal school. A lot of people have put a lot of time, effort, and money to make sure that every other student here can have the same level of efficiency as your peers. For you to abuse that, throwing out advice, especially medical advice, is plain selfish. Wait, what? For you to abuse that by throwing out advice, especially medical advice, is plain selfish. I'm not sure just actually how he feels. It's just some kind of act. He's practically trying to a guilt trip. Students trying to do the right thing. Either way, it's working. That sense is all new to me, and I apologize. I know my limits now, and I'll be sticking with them. Once I appears to lighten up a little, something that the message hasn't been received. So then, on to the next question. How are you finding your studies? I understand you're laid up for a while. Not too far ahead, are we? I don't really think so. I tried to keep up when I was in the hospital, so it wasn't too hard. Let's have his chin and raise his eyebrows. He's running this information. Thus, I suppose there are still students out there who realize the importance of learning. I wouldn't go that far, but I was trying to keep myself occupied and well, sort of for prison. Well, yeah, you've got to keep up with these things, right? That's actually one wrong move in the world and you're left behind, right? Yeah, right. Wouldn't want that to happen? No, you wouldn't. Every scientific discovery must be nothing to a lay person. Any kind of them can be a key to the next big thing. I'll keep that in mind. And obviously, I'm moving to a serious talk is over, and he's gone back to his standard, slightly scattered-brained approach to life. I think in hindsight, I prefer him this way. Seeing more predictable in this unpredictable. Well then, I think that's it. All I have to say. Alright, let's get back to time, shall we? My written suggestions on insurable. Sure, you're the boss, right? What's a far for more? I don't think any of my students has ever said that to me before. For this, I consider replying to this, but it's something to do with me telling me to shut my mouth and get back to the classroom. A few students jump at the sound of the door, rapidly trying to pretend that they're working on the questions on the board. Classic. Some don't even bother to hit someone on the desk as they take a nap. Thankfully, it would appear that my turn doesn't even notice them. He returns to the desk and receives a scientific journal from one of the drawers, so I guess that's got him to there. The class returns to the news sound that Button and I left it before our chat. Mixed feelings of tiredness and anticipation buzz around the room. Everyone here is either waiting for a chance to rest or a chance to get the last minute put show away. The clock on the wall takes the remaining class time away until finally Bills cries out and they torment. Before you all leave, I expect the answers for those problems by Monday. The class signs as one, instantly regretting signing off, but actively aware of the more pressing issue at hand. Last room routines the blank as everyone rushes their last bit of festival preparations. I stand behind to try to finish quickly the questions so I don't have to bother with it over the rest of the weekend with the festival and all tomorrow. Apart from me, Hanukkah's the only one left. Ollie's waiting for Lily. It's weird that Lily comes all the way to our class to pick her up. I expect that moving around is at least easier, harder for the Hanukkah, but one of it is, I actually don't ask her about it. Hanukkah persuade the relative to our seats. Now there tries to strike up a conversation about that or anything else on that, and so an impressive sound falls upon the classroom. Time passes in silence, probably just 15 minutes or so. It feels a lot longer. Turn the page of the notebook. Hanukkah turned the page of the novel she's reading. My pencil led. As soon as I get the paper, she's just about to finish the paragraph. The sounds of irritated sigh and some quit rolling about and starting to feel like they're going to break in the mood in the class. Hanukkah keeps her eyes firmly away from my direction. Before long, Lily, a tall figure, appears in the doorway. Hanukkah? Her name is all that takes to make Hanukkah jump from her desk to run to Lily. They talk quietly for a moment, it wasn't too long before Lily jumped into the hallway. Hanukkah leads you back to the classroom. Take your seat once again. I was trying to go out of the corner of the eye. She looked curiously that two would be separate. Within a couple of minutes, she doesn't do nothing but sit with her chin in her hand, staring at the desk dejectedly. The boredom evidently becomes too much for her to turn slim frame reaching into her bag and pulling out a small book. Come think of it, this is the only time I started reading the library. She must have quite a fast read through that rate. After about 10 minutes, Redline, she'll in her seat, tries to read. Hanukkah closes her book and leaves too. Since this time is all but finished, there's nothing else to do with this classroom. Not that I have anything else either. The schools have an activity nobody pays attention. I scare past classroom full of students frantically doing this, that buzzing around like the workers' beat. You wouldn't guess the school day is over. It's quite quieter outside, but not as much. People was left or right, hurrying as quickly as they can, busy and energetic. I feel the opposite, but it starts to be dragging all the spirit out of my body, feeling low. Warm, soft air flows inside my shirt, feeling like a cushion. Beyond lazy thinking about what I do, I draw the books at the door first, and then something I haven't decided yet. Maybe Kenji enters the room. On the way to the door, I smile Emmy coming my way despite running and I have been having those weird running prosthetics on, so I have a wait for her and she gets to stop. Yo, he's so smiles away in green paint, adore her nose and chin ribs, but her smile is wet. It seems that it is always. She looks at me, I find this feeling she's examining me. What's she doing? Nothing really, I don't have anything to do for the festival, and everyone seems to be doing something important. That's perfect, then can you help me Rin? With the festival, I'm not sure I'd be much help. That's fine, I'm not much help either. That's why Issa started dragging me back to school forcefully. Even if her walk speed is more like jogging, it makes me stumble over myself, simply trying to keep up. The stairs slow down down a bit, as maybe it's hard for her to climb with her legs, or maybe she's finally run out of breath. We all go the way back to the third floor, seems hallway ending up I left Francisco. I'm gonna just stay here waiting for him and had no. So are you is Rin working on the mural still? That's right, she's all kinds of paints and brushes and stuff, so I went to get them from the art room. Classroom, so you need help to get with that. Rin told me you have already helped her, so I thought you wouldn't mind. I see. So thanks to me flaky logic, here I am again collecting for the art classroom for other people. Classes are empty apart from ourselves, all lonely specks of dust floating in air. Emmy's gets straight away from the back wall, taking out a tiny crumpled piece of paper from her pocket. Emmy tries to make sense of the scale of handwriting and take a look at the materials like around here. There's a paint can as well as arranged on shelves in more unorganized fashion. Some look like they've been left for several decades, or like some fresh start clever generation. There's heavy stacks of neatly piled drawing paper and a box full of different sized brushes and unsorted crayons. This is a paint I said shit again. Anyway, fluid stale air mixing in the nostrils of front that I'm mistaken son of art. Every starts knows comparing them to marks on her own paint cans and passes them to B finds the correct matches. She touches her neck to look on the automobile shelf. It's not quite enough. Her eye level stays below the shelf no matter what she does. Emmy gives up and just looks at the shelf longingly like a child and joins her, huffing in annoyance. After a moment of building anger, she starts jumping up and down, apparently trying to read the labels during the fraction of a second she could see them, and then what she can do. Oh my god. I've had water like an hour and a half. Oh, it's okay though. Like, I don't care. I'm actually enjoying this, but like still my voice is like a little. Yeah. But it's also bad she falls really mad as she brings the shelf crashing down. Now I see the why she then here would be useful. Come on, let me do it. You can't jump high enough. You don't want to hurt yourself trying. Also, I'm almost twice your height. You're not. She turns around, flaying scorn, flushed cheeks and all. Just kidding. Anyway, I'll look up there, okay? She then to me one more time. She doesn't even come over the return. Without ready to come, turns her back to me. Fire scans around the top shelf for paint, while below, Emmy crashes to scavenge where she can cover the cupboards, and she might hit a little. After double checking to ensure that what she can do. Having a couple said about her height was a surprise. I wouldn't have joked about it otherwise. She seems easygoing, but I guess everyone has their weak spots. After almost all the items collected and spread out the desk, like the treasure hunt was, I realized wasn't necessarily the high shot that got her riled up. Because then told that she hasn't done something like jump. Amy herself seems to have forgotten all about it already, quite quick to anger, quick to forgive, and she's that type of person. At least she doesn't seem to have taken anything to heart as she chatters away happily while we pick up the rest of the items to make our way back to Rin. Nice. I could carry the bulk of materials as she make our way towards the dormitories. Rin is really stressed about getting her paint done. It's her own fault though. She should start earlier. Is she going to make it? No idea. It looks good to me. But with Rin, you never know what's going on. I found her this morning lying in front of the door in fetal position. She hasn't slept all night. I can't believe all the 9 nurses haven't found her. And now she's hitting again like crazy. I noticed that she comes off as a kinda unhinged, so to speak. Emmy giggles at that as well, most likely too obvious awkwardness. I don't mind. She's just weird sometimes.
I can agree that with that. Unlike me, Emily seems to be cool with Rin's whatever it feels so off about her. But she doesn't feel close like me, Sean. She's and I do. With them working as a single entity sometimes, it's hard to say that where one ends and one others begin. Even though she's so different, just like Emily and Rin are. And Rin is the most different of them all. Different from anyone else I've ever met. I guess she's a very unique person. Okay, I return to that word again, as if a person's personality by itself, but really it's just a substitute for language dispersion of her oddities. Emmy giggles as I grasp for a properly decisive word. She's just weird. You know, earlier she just spent a half hour sitting on her box and stared at her toes. Okay. She giggled again in a way to make me think that she doesn't know what's funny about that. It just is. All that time. The working area is a mess, but the real stuff has taken even more of the wall since I saw last time. The different human figures have been mostly colored in tones of red, pink, and orange. Weird imaginary things populating the space in between. Looks like I have nothing on any word that describe the word constantly confused, so I sold myself on descriptive dice. But honestly, it seems that the area more around the wall becomes untidier at the same rate as the meal progresses. The ground is littered with dozens of paint cans, various art supplies, and empty soda bottles. The ranger's shelf is concerned over the chaos, standing there like very cozy at the was natural part of the scene. Her pant legs has rolled up to her knees. Exposing her thin legs, which sport dying syndrome of warp painting similar to those of Emmy's face. Emmy swings ahead of me and gratefully jumps in front of her. I'm back. That was fast. Did you run into your quarters again? Thanks to help me. Emmy points viciously at me. I run towards her, following Emmy's finger with her eyes, looking in the general direction. She nods absentmindedly to me. She looks like she hasn't slept since last night. Vase and lace stare that has slightly focused off me and moves like in a slow motion movie. Tell her something for help. Don't mention it. I just did. Never mind. It's just like you made progress looking good so far, and I can tell. Now you've got more. Just get more bad luck. I know I'm willing to take the risk. It's very nice. You think safe for me, of course, not for you. That is why we artists are always unlucky. They always look at their own finished paintings. So artists can't find romance. Their favorite TV shows are canceled, or they die young because of unspecified disease. And it's a deep, mysterious law of the universe. Unless they are blind. She considers that for a while, looking like she's going to fall asleep. There is a boy at the art club. You see, blind boy, so he doesn't see. He should be gone. No bad luck guaranteed. The only thing that would be a good idea, that only blind boys should become around. No, that's such. You might have a point. I mean, the train of thought. She turns again to consider her work and starts humming a tune that I recognize. I can't remember the name of. Emmy arranges the supplies we brought around a few cans around, trying to bring some organized to the scene. Emmy, I need the Prussian blue paint. Oh, that's a weird name. What's Prussian? I don't know. Which one's Prussian, please? She's staring helplessly at 7 or 8 cans, each with different tones of blue. Okay. Oh, the one who's... It's the one with Prussian blue paint in it. Jeez, Rin, you're not helping at all. Yeah, of course. I like around as well, even though I don't know what Prussian blue looks like either. I wonder what blue has to do with Prussian. Yeah, you see, Prussian. I know what Prussian is. The name sounds very vaguely familiar, but I can't place it. It's history. With one of the blues looking more Prussian than the others, the small print of the labels is legibly enough to determine the none say anything about the content being Prussian. There's no Prussian blue here. We need to get more then. I was about to say that actually we need both more. It's a simple task to find another port of Prussian blue, but Emmy already grabbed my arm and started dragging me off. I waved to Win. Doesn't seem to have noticed the two of us are even leaving. She goes to Russian blue, finds out there's film out there. Maybe. Probably not actually. While I'm thinking busy how weird Rin is, Emily dragging me back to the art classroom. I find myself starting to run out of breath. What's the rush? Huh? Emmy's giving me a crazy look. It's just that you seem very in a hurry. I'm sorry, I can't keep up. The company's dolls in your face. Alright, out of breath, are you? There's almost accusing playfulness in her tone.
I attempted to deny it, but then I realized I'm breathing heavily since we stopped. I guess it's kind of obvious. It's a little. I'm not everybody's in shape, you know. It takes all kinds, you know. You're right. Emmy frowns is not particularly a good frown. Yeah, that is. I should get in shape. That haven't already decided to try that. After I flirt and chat, I figured there's no real need to get me a running habit, as after all, feeling pretty good until I had my false alarm, which I wasn't, but it was fun. You know why come seems to help Emily comes sort of a decision. Well, that's it then. It was a serious look. You're joining me. I beg your pardon? In the mornings. You and I are both running partners. You get a routine all planned out, in fact. She presents out a crumpled sheet of paper. I've got this right here with me. I take a sheet of paper and give it a once over. Times, days, laps, and all laid out. The slow increased from a few laps a day to, my god, does she have running marathons? Or where does she find time to go get this all together? And how long is she planning to do this anyway? You've been flying this? A little. But it's really the nurse idea. He told me to keep an eye on you and make sure you exit like he told you. A vast conspiracy. Maybe can you have something here? This seems a bit keeping an eye on me. Well, to be honest, I'm trying to find a running partner in the mornings for a while now. My god, Kenji, if you only could see the scheme unfolding. Why do you need a partner for her anyway? It's easier for me to keep working out if I'm not the only one doing it. Isn't that obvious? You're likely less too quick if someone else is counting on you to be there, right? I see that as only keep running, but I'll make sure to keep running as well. Mean that I'll be obeying the nurse? Yeah, I'll keep an eye on you just like he asked. You caught on quick, he saw, and if I refuse, I have no intention of refusing, of course. But if I got at least put up a token of resistance to massively execute the plan. Well, if you refuse, I'd have to pout, and I used to live with being the guy who made Emmy Ibrasaki pout. You don't want that on your conscience, do you? I should demonstrate Emmy begins pouting. She's cute. It's the most adorable, heart-wrenching thing I've ever seen. Okay, I'll do it. Just don't do that. It's just like I just hit a puppy. So it's settled, right? It's just going to be running my party part for all the workout and dietary plan. Yeah, the dietary plan. You've got to eat healthy if you're going to get in shape, you know. I examined the workout routine closely. I don't see a dietary plan on here. Alright, I forgot to give that to you. Another couple sheet of papers produced and hand over. Somewhat less detailed. I had nurse help me with that too. And the amount of delicate the nurses keep me and get to good health is pretty overwhelming. I don't know how many school nurses would get on their students on spy me, much less help with their direct dietary plan. Then again, we get some non-normal school, I mean, that's not just a bad thing. And then again, I had diet plans, easy to cut it out and boost everybody's offer to the school festival home. So where does our running start? After a festival. Right after? What if I had something to eat there? I get my stomach ache, you know? I meant the day after the festival. I knew that. Was there something we were supposed to be doing? Alright, I guess we should get paid for run, huh? Oh no, it's in my mind. That way we get the pain and get back to the mural. Riz already wandered off. Oh well. We have both side part ways there, leaving the paint on the ground. And find it and whenever she comes back anyway. Festival tomorrow, I'm actually a little excited for it. Same time, the weeks left me feeling pretty tired, so I must read a little and go back to bed. I think after the festival we decided for the first act will be ending. But anyway, I think I'm gonna leave it here at least, because like it's been a fucking while, you know. Well, yeah, I'm gonna leave it here because it's been like, you know. Thank you, Shoujo. Don't panic. Okay, 3 hours and 19 minutes. Nice. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, don't leave a dislike. It doesn't help anyone. And yeah, have a good day. Big game.